Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Your favorite time. Time that you look forward to every week, where you're thinking, man, when's that next episode of the Intercode podcast coming out? Well, guess what? It's right now.
Bam, sucker!
Welcome and welcome and welcome some more. Sorry, I just want to welcome them. Is that bad?
No, I'm just curious how many times you're going to say welcome.
2 more.
Okay.
Welcome and welcome to another episode of the Intercode podcast. We have a pretty full show today, talking about some Xbox things, some rumors. We're going to be talking about some comics. We're going to be finding out what your answers were to our question that we posed last episode. But first, we have a very important favor to ask you. I need you guys to go to the cupboard, go to the refrigerator, go to the pantry, something, okay? I need you to go ahead and get just your favorite beverage, okay? Maybe that's some water, maybe a soda. I mean, the stronger stuff, I guess, if you drink that stuff. But we need you to get your favorite drink and then pour one out for the homie John. Because something bad happened this week.
Real bad, guys.
Real bad.
Real bad.
This week, FedEx failed. Failed him horribly. We pre-ordered back in February a special edition Snake Eyes after the G.I. Joe Classified series was announced at the New York Toy Convention. Toy Fair.
I was so excited.
Yes.
So excited.
End of February, it was coming in special packaging, had some special accessories. Anyway, we've been waiting forever and ever and ever. And then that day came when FedEx sent him the notification. Your package was delivered. And then, John, what happened?
Nothing. There was nothing on my doorstep. Nothing. I even checked my video doorbell. No motion. Nothing. I was very sad, guys.
Very, very sad.
Like, there was tears. A little blubbering. A little ugly crying. It happens. Big guys can do that. It's okay.
It's okay. We think that hopefully FedEx delivered it to a neighbor, we're hoping. Or I don't know. I don't know what could have happened to it, man.
I don't know. Like, I even checked my neighbor who had the same, street number as me, just a block over, and they're like, nope, we haven't received anything, but we'll keep an eye out because, we've received their packages before.
Yep.
So I will be calling FedEx tomorrow. You better believe that.
Yes. So pour one out for Big John Jefferson Jr., Triple J. Think happy thoughts. Keep him in your thoughts. Keep him in your heart, as he should be. He belongs there anyway. So now you got to make sure he stays there as we figure out this atrocity.
I need love, y'all.
Well, let's go ahead and let's begin. And let's start talking about some rumors this week. So we know, because we've been talking about this several times over multiple episodes, that we're anticipating release dates and prices for the Xbox Series X and for the PlayStation 5. We're still waiting. It is mid-August. Both of them have said holiday 2020. Well, folks, the holiday 2020 is coming up quickly, and still no word. However, there were some rumors this week. You ready to hear these rumors, John?
Oh man, here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So, on a recent episode of the Xcast, it is Kind of Funny group, their Xbox-centered podcast show. So one of the people on there, Alana Pierce, who very, very good journalist, very funny, and she was sent a DM from someone who worked retail, who was able to find a listing for the Xbox Series X. Mm-hmm. So before I get to the listing, I do want to say that in a recent episode of Animal Talking, the talk show set in the Animal Crossing world. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it? You haven't?
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Gary Whitta, he's an author and screenwriter. Anyway, awesome. He wrote Rogue One, by the way.
Oh, nice.
And Book of Eli, a bunch of other stuff. So he, I think, just like everyone else is trying to cope with COVID and doing something fun. So he set up on his Animal Crossing game like a talk show set. And so he gets on weekly, gets these big stars and musicians and all kinds of people to come on the show, and it's a talk show, but with their Animal Crossing avatars. Yeah, Danny Trejo is like a special correspondent, and he'll do tours of islands. And they got Brie Larson on there the other day. And anyway, tons of people. So Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, was on there, was talking about the recent delay of Halo Infinite. Right? So unfortunately it was delayed until 2021. And so, talking about that, well, not only did he talk about a kind of a time period, it was also mentioned in an Xbox Newswire post when they talked about that delay in Halo Infinite, that November was the time frame that the Xbox Series X was going to release. So at least we know the month for Xbox. It's going to be sometime in November. Who knows? End of November, beginning of November? We don't even know. So back to the screenshot that Alana got. How much do you think it was posted on this retailer's system?
$5.99.
You're exactly right.
Ha!
Yes.
Called it.
$5.99 for the Xbox Series X. Ooh. Now, you work retail, John.
Uh-huh.
If something is in your system that's not set to release until November, if there's a price in there, do you think that is a estimate? Do you think that is the actual cost? Like, how does your systems work if there's something far ahead that you're, trying to check stock on and stuff like that?
Usually it's pretty accurate.
Okay.
Because, I'll look up video games in our system and just kind of see if we're getting it. Because, we don't do a lot with that stuff, but I'm curious to see what our pricing is going to be. Mm-hmm. And it's been pretty accurate. We've been on par with, everyone else. Yeah, I know. That's not what you wanted to hear,
Can you lie to me?
So it's never accurate. It changes all the time.
And lower price always.
Lower pricing.
Right? Okay, good.
Low price guarantee.
It's always lower. Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Sure.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, $5.99.99. So I will say this: if this Xbox Series X does exactly what it's touted to be, the super powerful console, then the price makes sense. I was hoping $4.99. I really was. I wanted it to be $4.99. So, anyway, John, I know you're going to get the PlayStation first.
Yeah.
Let's say you inherited a bunch of money. You're rich now. Congratulations. So let's say you have the opportunity to buy the Xbox Series X at launch. Would you do it at $5.99? Or would you still wait?
That's rough. Well, I'm also not really one of those that buys them right at launch. Mm-hmm. Like with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, I didn't get those right away.
Right.
With the PS4 and the Xbox One, I didn't get those right away. I waited, and then I finally got them. And the only consoles I remember actually getting on the launch was the Switch.
Oh yeah.
But I was just I love the Nintendo and just the capability that it had. I was like, okay, I have to get it.
Well, and Breath of the Wild came out, launched with it,
Yeah, so I had to get that. I had to get the special edition of Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
That was expensive. The special edition collector's guide, the special edition case. Yeah, I spent a lot with the Switch. Thankfully, I had a discount at the time, so that was nice.
I was going to say shout out to Bishop for buying my old Wii U so I could afford the Switch.
Hey, there you go.
Woo! He came in clutch. That was very, very helpful. Yeah, the problem that I'm having, I have many problems. So
it's a long list, ladies and
gentlemen. It's a very long list. And you guys already know I am an Xbox fan. I mean, I'm not going to hide it. I love my Xbox.
Gasp!
I know, right? That not many people say that. And it's fine. It's fine. It hurts. I think it hurts a lot that Halo Infinite is not going to launch with the Xbox Series X. I am okay with game delays. I really am, because normally we benefit if a game is delayed. More time to develop, and who knows what kind of problems they're having, just developing during COVID right now. Like we don't know. They're not going to come out and say, well, we're having this and this problem. But we know that there's potentially challenges with developing big games right now as everyone's working from home. With that being said, Phil Spencer on the Animal Talking show did mention that they had some internal discussions about potentially releasing parts of Halo at different times. So maybe it launches with the single player campaign, and then eventually in 2021, the multiplayer comes out, that kind of thing. It just, they just felt that wasn't the right thing to do, and they should just delay it all so it can all come together and be released at the same time, which I appreciate. I really, really, really appreciate that. So without Halo, I mean, you don't have that. That's their big ticket item, right, for Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be plenty of games that are going to launch with the Series X, but Halo's their big ticket item. That was the big one. So it hurts. I think it's a huge blow. But, with that being said, I still don't think I'm going to be jumping at the gun to try and get it right at launch. When the Xbox One came out, there was temptation to buy it at launch because it had the Project Scorpio kind of, the packaging. It was like special edition.
The One X.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, some people were having some issues with it when it first came out and stuff like that. So again, it was good to be delayed. And the fact that Xbox right now is still very consumer friendly, where my Xbox One X will play everything that's going to come out, or I can play it on PC, so there's still just not that drive to buy it right away. And I admit it did diminish, my desire to buy it, at launch. It went down a little bit when I heard that price.
Well, yeah, that on top with the no Halo, like, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I think it's okay to wait. I mean, honestly, I wish they would delay the Xbox Series X, but
that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, and that's okay. It's definitely okay. I'm bummed out. As an Xbox fan, I really am. I'm bummed out, and I hope that everything is gonna, I just hope that these launches with the Xbox Series X and with the PlayStation, I hope it's just successful, and one day I hope to afford both machines at some point in time. But
get that Trump money.
I know, right? Stimulus check. Well, hey, they're delaying so much. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get a stimulus check in November. I don't know.
There we go.
If we get one at all, who knows, folks? Who knows? So that was, for an Xbox fan, that was, kind of one of the big news stories this week. Now, there's another one, which is interesting because, John and I, we're not Apple people. I use Apple products at work, but I mean, I don't have an iPhone. I don't, it doesn't really matter to me. However, there is a war between Apple and Epic in the Epic Store. That was good. That was good. What song was that?
Mortal Kombat.
That was Mortal Kombat? That was like Slow Jam's Mortal Kombat.
I did my own interpretation. Is that okay?
I mean, you weren't dancing to it, which was disappointing.
They can't see it anyway, so it's cool.
Well, we don't have to tell them that. John's a secret member of the Jabberwockies, is basically what, he can pop and lock. And anyway.
I mean, I can, but no.
So there was a very, very interesting story this week, and I'll read just a little excerpt of the IGN wrap-up of what's been going on. The main story here is Apple has policies in place where, they're probably nickel and diming a little bit, where they're trying to charge a little extra so they get their cut of the pie. So, for example, Apple, let's say if you have Fortnite on your iPhone and you are buying V-Bucks, if you go and buy it on your iPhone, it's, 800 V-Bucks will be like $10, for example. But if you buy it on console, if you buy it on your PC, it's only going to be $8. So Apple kind of has that $2 surcharge so they get theirs, basically, right?
Get that money.
Get that money. So Epic Games obviously was not having it and just kind of was, I don't know, stirring the pot a little bit, I think. So, anyway, here's IGN. Apple has confirmed that it has removed Fortnite from the iOS App Store following Epic Games' alliteration of the price of Fortnite V-Bucks and a new direct payment system in response to Apple and Google's exorbitant App Store fees. Epic has responded by filing a complaint for injunctive relief against Apple. So they suing. They suing Apple. In a statement to The Verge, Apple confirmed that as a result of Epic's update to the game, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Basically, the Fortnite was updated on the iOS, where it showed you could buy it through Apple or you could just buy it directly from Epic Games for a cheaper price. Anyway, Apple was ticked off. So, continuing with that statement, today Epic Games took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and designed to keep the store safe for our users. As a result, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments that apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. So, John, you probably don't care too much since it's an iPhone thing. Do you think do you think this is worth it at all? Like Epic Games suing Apple and kind of going under their nose to manipulate and you know, sell their goods basically differently than what the App Store makes them do. Like, do you think Apple's gonna like turn around and say, "Oh yeah, we learned our lesson," or anything like that?
You know how big Apple is? They're not gonna care. They're just gonna be like, "Eh." I mean, I would get from one hand why Epic would do that, you know, because this is what we're used to, and like adding more to that. But I feel like everything's going up now,
right?
And I mean, it's only like a $2 difference, but it's more the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
It's like their fans of Fortnite have been used to this system, and now we're changing it just because we're on, you know, iOS.
Yes, right. I think that I just kind of question it, where Epic Games is trying to come across as like the man of the people. You know, like, oh, we're behind you guys, you know, but I kind of wonder if there's like a little wink wink behind it. Like, are you really behind us? Are you just doing this for publicity to try to get a few more bucks? I mean, they had that evening, they had a special presentation where they're kind of spoofing, oh wow, and I'm forgetting the author's name. Anyway, you know that dystopian novel in 1984? Yeah, so they're kind of spoofing that a little bit, and they started a little hashtag free Fortnite thing. It got me thinking, like, okay, what's the motive? Why are they really doing this? Because they're getting, you know, Epic Games is getting their cut. They're getting their $7.99 or whatever it is for the V-Bucks.
Yeah.
You know, why would they care that Apple is getting their extra $2? You know? I mean, I guess maybe do they see that App Store numbers are down and maybe that's why they're doing it? Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how well Fortnite is doing on iPhones. But
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, we all know I don't really have much love for Fortnite. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. Not to bash those that love it. Play it to your heart's content.
Yep.
It's just not for me.
Right.
But I don't feel like Fortnite, the game, is hurting. I feel like it's still going strong.
Yeah. It's you know, it's a big gesture to sue and do all this, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If anything comes of it. The one other story dealing with Apple, they're also kind of in a little tussle with Microsoft, because their Project X Cloud can't be, or is not available for iOS users. So their system, in case you guys don't know, it will allow you to stream games from pretty much all the games, I believe, on the Xbox Game Pass. You can stream that on any device, on any Android device. So you can stream it on the go, on your tablet, on your computer if you felt like it. If you didn't have, you know, let's say you had a Chromebook, right? And it's not beefy enough to play games. Well, you can stream, if you have a good enough connection, you can still stream high-end games on there through this Project X Cloud. But again, Apple terms and conditions and guidelines prevents the app from being on there. So Apple users are kind of hosed. You know, they're not going to be able to participate in the cloud gaming from Microsoft. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. With this story, if there's any updates, we'll keep you guys updated. But it's I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what the ulterior motive is for Epic Games, because they're a corporation, right? They're not gonna are they really for the people? Money talks.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make their buck. So I don't know. We'll see. And like John said, I don't think anything's gonna come of it. But anyway, I love it. I love Apple wanting to fight everybody, and Epic Games spending all that money. So, a couple news stories before we get to our main topic. There was an interesting listing by Amazon UK for an upcoming game for the Nintendo Switch. John, would you like to know what that is?
What is it? Is it a Zelda game?
It is a Zelda game. Skyward Sword.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the games, of all the Zelda games, Skyward Sword was accidentally listed on Amazon UK for the Switch. Now, I think eventually all Zelda games are going to make it on the Switch at some...
They have to.
Right, some way, shape, or form.
That's a cash cow for them.
Do you think it's just going to be a straight up port? Do you think it might be a remaster? What do you think?
I think it could just be a port.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to put in the time to do a remaster like they did Link's Awakening.
Right. Which is too bad. I mean, part of me is okay with it because that was actually one of the few Zelda games I've never played. I've never played Skyward Sword.
That's true.
So, playing it as is, that'd be cool. I wouldn't hate it.
It's all motion control, though.
Right. Which you can do with the Joy-Cons. Mm-hmm. I mean, that works. I guess there is an audience. I was reading some of the stories when this broke today. Some people actually didn't like Skyward Sword that much, and the controls and stuff like that. So I was kind of
I do remember
surprised, I guess.
That was probably one of the more frequently traded in games.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, we got a lot of that one brought back.
Ooh, I didn't realize.
Well, I mean, the main one we got brought back a lot was Link's crossbow training. But that was just special.
Yeah, that was a great game. Well, we'll see. It's been... What's been interesting for me is almost the lack of news from Nintendo. There's been a couple of directs here and there, but over the summer we've had lots of big presentations from PlayStation, from Xbox, from all kinds of game companies, and Nintendo's just kind of been chugging along. So it could be a really cool announcement if they do a direct and announce Skyward Sword. That'd be pretty awesome. So we'll see.
Maybe they're working on some big project and they're just going to come out of nowhere and be like, hey, we're still here.
Zelda Trilogy.
Zelda Collection.
All of them?
Yeah.
No.
Do it.
Dude.
For real.
Okay, but how much?
I don't want to think about that.
No, you brought it up. Now we got to think about it. Okay. So, you know what? We're on a tangent. Talk amongst yourselves.
If you notice, we do this a lot.
We do. Okay.
We just get excited.
So, let's start. We know Link's Awakening is already it's full-fledged game. It won't be a part of the collection.
No.
Can't be. We have...
Don't say can't, because they could put it on there.
I'm saying it. I'm gonna tempt the Nintendo gods as they strike me down.
So you'll have
Link to the Past is part of the Super Nintendo bundle that you can download if you have the membership.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Ocarina of Time,
Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess,
Wind Waker. Wait, is Wind Waker already on the Switch?
No.
Right, it's not. Right? Okay, Wind Waker.
Would we count the Game Boy ones, like the Oracle of Seasons?
I don't think so.
Okay, so scratching those out.
I would expect that maybe as another collection, just the Game Boy titles.
Oh, there you go.
Because there's some good ones on there.
We can do the first Legend of Zeldas, can't you? Isn't that on the NES Online?
That is on the NES Online.
Okay, so more of the more recent ones.
Right. So, okay, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. Right? So 5? Wasn't there about 5 games kind of between the 64 through GameCube through Wii.
Yeah.
Or we're missing one? Does it feel like we're missing one?
Feels like it, but I think that's it.
Okay. So 5 games, if you don't touch them at all, you don't remaster them or anything like that. Just re-release them. I could see $60 for those 5.
I'd say 60 to 100.
Oh. I could see that if they do some touch up to it. Maybe if they do like a HD remaster of all of them.
HD remaster and some never before released content for it. Because what if they do? Because if they do Ocarina of Time, you got to do the Master's Quest too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe 80. Let's meet in the middle.
Okay,
$80.
I'd do that.
Okay, Nintendo, make it happen.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Heard it here first.
It was our idea.
Okay, time back in. You can listen to us now. Well, we have, this week has been kind of busy, and I know John's been pretty sad about his delivery, or lack thereof. But we actually got a chance to play the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 demo. This is your chance to sing.
Oh, you want me to sing? I'm not
No?
You want me to sing?
Heck yeah, man.
Why would I sing?
Come on.
No.
Here I am.
No.
Doing everything I can.
Nope.
I'm just holding on to
John
what I have.
doesn't sing. I'm sorry.
Pretending I'm a Superman. Okay, fine. So, yes. So, for those who pre-ordered the game, the demo came out August 14th. Just the warehouse demo. The warehouse is really the first level that you play. Yes. Ready for it? You gotta pick it up. Oh, those horns. Yes, thank you.
Here I am, doing everything I can. Okay, that's it. Sorry.
We're getting copy stricken. So we wanted to share, before we got to our main topic, we wanted to share our thoughts on the demo. I'll go first, John, because I probably played more than you this weekend. It really is a true demo where it's just a tiny little taste of what we can expect from the game. It's, again, the warehouse demo. You only have access to Tony Hawk, and the demo starts off with a pretty cool video of old and new footage of the classic skaters from Tony Hawk 1 and 2, along with the new skaters that are being added to the game. So that was kind of cool, seeing some of those new guys and seeing some of them just pull off some pretty awesome moves. I was pretty hyped during that beginning video.
I got goosebumps.
And Rage Against the Machine's playing, Guerrilla Radio, another classic from the soundtrack, and it's like, okay,
such a good soundtrack.
I can dig this. So then after the video played, of course, the beautiful horns of Superman that we just played was popping through. So the demo itself, you have a 2-minute session, timed session basically. You can play it normal, or you can put on some game mods that are kind of fun if you want to juice up the score a little bit, where you have perfect balance for your manuals and you don't fall at all.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Fun in that? Who wants to cheat?
Right? Well, and so, the game itself, man, I was very impressed with it. The graphics look great. You have some really nice, lighting. You have some really nice reflections from the little puddle in the corner, and just everything looks beautiful. It sounded like there were some new effects in it, which was pretty appreciated. Spoiler alert, I fell a lot, so there's a lot more like sound effects of as Tony falls and bashes his head and things like that. So that was pretty cool. I think the biggest thing I noticed was definitely the frame rate of having this new generation game. It took a little getting used to. So we played, John, on the 64, and I don't know what the frame rate was, but it was like 2 frames a second. I mean, it was rough. It's slow, right? Slow paced. You know, you feel like you're in the air for a lot longer, so you can pull off a million tricks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here it's fast. It feels fast.
You definitely got to be on your game.
Yeah, absolutely. So it takes a little getting used to, you know, especially if you're used to playing in the older systems or the, you know, again, the newer systems. And new, I mean, you know, PlayStation, Dreamcast, when it first came out for those. But overall, I mean, even though there's just little 2-minute session that you retry over and over and over again, I mean, I was playing it, and soundtrack, you know, there's 4 songs that was part of the demo, and all the songs were great, and I had a lot of fun. I am really excited for the game to come out on September 4th. It did the job of a demo, right? Get you excited. You know, what do you think? What were your thoughts when you played it?
Well, first, I guess it was just like the icing on the cake, or, you know, salt in the wound, I guess we'll say, because I didn't get my Snake Eyes, and then I pre-ordered Tony Hawk, and I didn't get my demo.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly. Wah, wah for John.
Well, it's because you like Sony so much, they're like, nah.
I put it on Xbox, man.
I know, but you have to love Xbox.
I can't. I love everyone equally.
Wow.
All the love for everyone. That's how I roll.
All right, I'll accept that.
But the game was fun. Like, it reminds me of, like, when I first, like, the original demo for Tony Hawk is just going through the warehouse and just hearing that music and trying to land the tricks. And yeah, it's definitely harder now because, like you were saying, like, it felt like we were in the air for a lot longer on the 64.
Oh yeah.
And now it's like you got to be on your game to, like, try and land stuff. And
right.
You're like, what'd I do? Oh, slight turn. Okay.
Yeah, I had to be more careful in the demo because when we were playing 64, I felt like I could do maybe 4 to 5 tricks and land it perfectly with plenty of time. And here it's like, you better not go for a third. Like, do a couple things and then, I don't know, maybe go into a manual or something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Don't go big.
You know, you can't. And, you know, when I got my special meter up, you know, I tried the 900 a lot, but I found I wasn't going, like, high enough to land it. It's really, so just the timing itself, it felt more challenging, which was
definitely going to
cool.
be a learning curve, but I'm okay with that. Like, I want a challenge. I don't want it to just be a rehash of what I've did. Like, it's like everything that I love from the game stepped up a notch.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I mean, all the classic levels for number 1, number 2, the new skaters, I'm excited to try them. Obviously, the expanded soundtrack, because you know, they couldn't get everything from the first and second game, understandably. You know, there's licenses and stuff, but you know, they're having more music added to it. You know, build your own skate park. They're going to bring that feature, multiplayer. I mean, I'm excited. Like, I'll tell you this, and I don't know if that I don't know if this means the demo was just that good or not, but I wanted to play Tony Hawk way more than I wanted to, like, jump on Avengers. You know, the Avengers beta was this weekend, and I'm just like, I don't want to play that. I would rather, you know, skate in the warehouse. And so, again, I don't know if that's just how good the demo was or how much I'm just not caring about the Avengers.
Well, I think part of it too is you have a lot of, like, memories invested in Tony Hawk.
Oh, the nostalgia just hits you.
You know, Avengers, it was fun, but it didn't hook us. That's why we're still kind of like, maybe.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm going to get it at launch.
Yeah.
But, you know, Tony Hawk's pre-ordered, so I know I'm getting that.
For sure.
So we definitely recommend it if you get a chance to. I don't know, maybe, you know, someone's giving away codes or something like that, or just pre-order the game. You know, it's $29.99 unless you get the deluxe version, and that one's $39.99.
No, it's $39 or $49.
Is it $49?
For the deluxe.
Yeah, still $40 is not bad.
Yeah.
Do it
for 2 games. Yeah.
Yep.
$20 a piece, basically.
It's completely worth it. Well, our main topic we wanted to go as we are getting close to the end of our hour for our podcast episode. I wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming DC fandom. So I know we talk about a lot of video games. We talk about action figures and wrestling and stuff like that on the podcast, but we're also huge comic fans. We love them. We love comics. So I'm excited for this event that's coming up from DC. I think John agrees with me. You can yell at me if I'm wrong. I know, right? We
Just kidding. He's not wrong. I like nerd stuff.
We have love for both. We love DC. We love Marvel. So I'm excited to see what they can do with this and if there's a future for it. Basically, if you haven't heard, DC Fandom is going to basically be a 24-hour stream with just tons of panels. So it's free for anyone who signs up at DC's Fandom website, which, I gotta do. I forgot about that. I forgot you have to sign up for it. But anyway, and some of these panels typically would have probably been at Comic-Con, but thanks to COVID, we're doing this stream instead. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through some of these panels that we got and see what you were excited for. Okay? There's a lot. So I'm going to try... Maybe I'll just go through the highlights. For the sake of time, should I go through the highlights?
Yes.
Okay. You can go to... let's see, it's dcfandom.com, I believe it is. Or actually, no. Go to schedule.dcfandom.com.
Yes.
And DC Fandom, there's an E at the end of fandom, just so you know. So going to there, you can get the full schedule, and there's a lot of panels going on. But here's some of the interesting ones, and we can kind of break them down and see if you're interested or not, John. One of the big ones is going to be pretty early in the broadcast, and that's going to be a panel for Wonder Woman 1984, and that's going to be at 1 p.m. It's going to be about 25 minutes long. It should have all the stars, the director Patty Jenkins, and I'm assuming we're going to get a sneak. It says they'll reveal an all-new sneak peek of the upcoming film, and a few more surprises. Dun, dun, dun. So Wonder Woman, I thought, was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
It's still one of my best superhero movies of all time.
They did a phenomenal job. 1984 still looks kind of funky with, showing Chris Pine returning.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how that ties in.
Right.
But I'm excited to see, was it Kristen Wiig? Yes, see her take on Cheetah.
As Cheetah, I'm very excited about that.
Normally she does comedy, and seeing her more like a serious, just okay, let's see.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. I wonder if they're gonna do maybe a scene, or if it's gonna be a full trailer. But it'll still be nice to get some footage. It is one of those movies that I hope they'll just release, online. But they're gonna wait till theaters come out. I mean, I think they got it pushed until next year. So, that's totally fine.
Stupid COVID.
I know, right? At 1:30, we're going to get Warner Brothers Montreal panel. So, the Warner Brothers Games Montreal will be giving a first look at an exciting new game.
What could it be?
Well, if you haven't been following along, they sent out teasers. It feels like forever ago. They sent out teasers online that a lot of people are assuming it's going to be a Batman game based on Court of Owls, which, exciting. Sign us up. We're going to totally do it. We're going to have to wait and see. So with that, there's going to be a Black Lightning panel. So Black Lightning, I think, is definitely one of the better WB shows out there. So there's going to be a panel for them talking about kind of what's coming up for the TV show. Another one I found interesting was Multiverse 101, which, if you follow DC, or even if you follow Marvel, this might actually be a really good panel to follow, because especially now they have a storyline that deals with multiverses, and they do deal with it all the time. So might be good to get a little breakdown of what the multiverse is, and expecting some announcements and things like that. There will be a Flash panel, by the way. It's not. I don't think it's very long, but I guess it's gonna just more information about it. Suicide Squad panel. That's gonna be at 3 p.m. Okay, what do you think? Trailer?
Probably.
Yeah, there's got to be a trailer, right?
Maybe something.
There'll be stuff for Legends of Tomorrow. There'll be a panel about Watchmen, which, DC's always trying to expand that, which is goofy, but, that's okay. There will be a panel about the Snyder Cut of the Justice League.
I just hope it's good. I hope it's an improvement from what we saw, because the movie was...
Part of me wants it to be so bad, just because everyone's talking about
hyping it up.
Yeah, for so long. I'm just like, well, that's what you get. We'll see. If you didn't follow that story, Zack Snyder had to leave the film.
Family issues or something.
Yeah, well, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was a suicide in the family that he was dealing with.
Yeah.
So, understandably, he had to leave, but it was 80% done. Does that sound about right? I mean, so it got Josh Whedon to come and finish the movie, but Justice League was not the best movie in the world. So it'll be pretty awesome to see them talk about that. Maybe a trailer. I would love a trailer to see kind of some differences. There will be a Black Adam panel, 6 p.m. So we finally maybe will see some footage.
At least see him in the suit. Like, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
That'd be a little teaser for me. I'm okay with
the
that.
big man in the costume?
Yeah.
We're going to have some stuff for Aquaman, for the Harley Quinn cartoon, which I heard was so funny. I don't know.
Adults.
I know, right?
Adult content.
We'll have to, yeah.
Well, some of the ones that I saw that kind of stuck out to me, like there's the thing with Dwayne McDuffie, the guy that did like Static Shock and Icon.
Oh,
like
nice.
Some of the more popular, like his Dakotaverse.
Yeah.
And how those guys kind of got brought in, and just kind of the panel on that. I'm noticing a lot of more diversity.
Yes.
With this, like where'd it go? There was reintroducing Nubia, the Black Amazonian Queen. I was like, I've never heard of that character.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring it on. Sounds exciting.
I'm like, okay, let's bring some light onto some characters we don't hear a lot of.
Heck yeah.
Just, enough. Like, I love, your Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, of course.
You can't get away from the Trinity, but like,
right.
Let's shed some light on some newer characters, ones you don't hear a lot about of.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that there's going to do, the voice actors for Batman.
Ooh.
I think I saw that going to be one of them.
That's right. There will be a panel for, Robert Pattinson's Batman movie that's coming out.
Which I still have high hopes for.
Of course.
I think it'll be fine.
It could be good.
The little teaser we saw, just him and the cowl, like, I was like, okay.
I know, right?
Okay.
Looked great. Of course, Rocksteady will be showing off more of Suicide Squad, and the schedule does say Suicide Squad killed Justice League. So keep that in mind as we see probably a teaser trailer. I think what I like the most, and you can get the full schedule online at schedule.dcfandom.com. There's tons of panels. It's going to run, I think, 24 hours or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
So there's a ton of panels. And, my biggest takeaway really is this. I wish, COVID wasn't around, because wouldn't this be such a cool weekend? Just having a DC fandom, just like a convention. Maybe not even San Diego Comic-Con, but just have a DC, convention. That would be super
That
cool.
would be awesome to go to.
Right?
Maybe next year?
That'd be nice. And that's the thing. If people tune in, I'm assuming it's going to happen more often with anything, right? With any of this content, because I'm sure they're putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort to get this done. I think it could be a very good opportunity in the future if they can get it right and, socially distance. And as long as they get us free tickets, really is just all I'm trying to say.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
Is there anything in there? I know we only covered the highlights, but is there anything you would like to see personally out of all those? I know you want to see kind of the new characters.
I want to see the new characters.
Cool.
One of the things I just kind of skimmed over while we were just kind of discussing it, I was like, there's a little thing with Jim Lee.
Yes.
He's still my favorite take on the X-Men in the 90s. His run was just... Mwah.
I know, right?
But it was like creating characters and like, one of my ambitions is to make my own comic one day. Mm-hmm. And if I can learn from one of the masters and actually utilize that, yes, please.
Yeah. And I think that's going to go with how these panels are actually going to go. Are they Zoom, like Zoom conferences or whatnot? I kind of hope they're pre-recorded. Then they can kind of, mess with sound levels and cameras and things like that and give it a chance. I'm assuming it's got to be pre-recorded. Like, it has to be.
Will it be?
I mean,
they could do test runs and just do it live, so that way we can ask questions.
Yeah, except in the website I was looking at, it had really specific times. Like, the Black Adam panel is only going to be 15 minutes, for example. So I think they have to pre-record it just to keep the time what it's supposed to be. That'd be very cool if there was a question answer, but I don't know if there actually will be. That would be nice though. You know, it would be cool to see. I don't know, have a camera over Jim's whatever tablet, desk, whatever. See him draw, see him create something, talking about the process. That'd be super cool.
You ever watch any of his videos, like when he's like drawing Joker or Batman?
I haven't actually, no.
Just like hearing him and like his stories and just kind of watching his technique. Like for me as an artist, just chills. I'm like, I hope I can be on that level. Like I feel like I'm decent for where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely you are.
I want to get better.
Well, now we have to go to Comic-Con next year.
Sweet.
Let's go stalk them.
Guys trip, let's go.
That's okay, honey, right? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you heard it here first, guys. That was
yeah, we
crazy.
heard it. That's recorded on there. That counts.
Yep, that counts. There wasn't really anything that I saw on there that I disliked. Everything sounds interesting. I mean, I'm probably not going to stay up until like 1 o'clock in the morning, like listening.
Well, I'm going to be at work. It's on a Saturday.
It is on a Saturday. So you might have to have like an earbud in or something.
Well, I have headphones that I can listen to while I'm at work.
Yeah. And one thing I also didn't read is I'm assuming it's going to be posted online on YouTube afterwards, right? It's got to. So yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see. You know, obviously for me, the video games is going to be. I want to see that footage. I'm hoping that Suicide Squad has a trailer because I want to see what James Gunn has done with it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. Like, I have no doubts about it. And so I'm excited. I hope that this is something that can continue. You know, I was trying to think of Marvel, and I don't know. I think with COVID, I don't know if they can really do much like something like this with Marvel. I don't know what they could show off, you know, like I think production has stopped on a bunch of stuff, so I don't know if they can do
there's nothing to really show, I don't think.
Right. I don't know if they can do like a Falcon and Winter Soldier panel or Scarlet Witch. I don't know how far they got before the pandemic happened.
See, Rona just ruined everything. But who knows, maybe. Fingers crossed. I think that's just one of the main things about this. I want them to be successful because then we get more content like this. And I think that's going to be super, super cool. Well, let us know what your thoughts are with DC Fandom. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. I think there's going to be more panels in there as well about some current and upcoming storylines for comics, which is great. Mm-hmm. You know, it's been forever since I've been into a comic book, you know, got some polls and things like that for comic books, you know, but I know they got some interesting ones with the multiverse and with the Batman Who Laughs, who's super creepy and a really bad guy. It's getting weird. But I like their take on it.
Like, of course.
It's still going on. I thought this character was going to like die, but no.
Yep.
It's still going.
Still going strong. And they're kind of mixing in some lore from Watchmen, which is interesting as well. So anyway, a lot of good stuff to think about. So again, keep an eye. You have to sign up if you want to watch it live. You have to go to dcfandom.com to sign up. And hopefully, you know, when we record, we'll be able to see some of the content. We can talk a little bit more about what we liked, and hopefully it's a successful show. Well, we're just about done with this week's episode, but before we go, we wanted to share what you guys posted in terms of your top 5 X-Men. So just as a reminder, last week the writer Gail Simone, I think that's her last name, Simone, Simone.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, she's written many comics. So she posted a question on social media about what your top 5 X-Men would be. And don't pick Xavier because he was a given. You know, she like threw him in. That's a given. He's part of the group. So your top 5. So, John, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, so we posted this on, you know, we left that as a challenge on our last episode, and we also posted it on our social. So here's some of the teams that we got. One person said Cyclops, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Magneto, and Deadpool. Another one put Cyclops, Kitty Pryde, Bishop, Wolverine, and Rogue.
Okay.
Another one said Franklin Richards, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Sabretooth, and Nightcrawler.
Franklin Richards is an interesting one.
And a good friend of ours, Nate, said Iceman, Cable, Franklin Richards, Hope Summers, and Gambit. And
Nate had a great one.
Nate had a
because
good
he
one.
had some really good, like, just kind of out of the blue, like, oh yeah, he would be good.
What I didn't even think about it, but he was one of the ones that actually like went into more detail as to why he chose that, because I was kind of wanting a little bit more as to why he chose these people. And I think it'd be kind of fun if we have enough time for us to just kind of quickly share why we chose who we chose.
We got time. We got as much time as they want. They have to listen to us.
But Nate said, Iceman, he said, come on, dude. He's OP and has been sandbagging his whole life. Just read Christopher Golden's Mutant Empire trilogy to see him put in some effort. He can control moisture. You know how much moisture is in the human body? Yeah, he'd be unstoppable if he stopped holding back. Fair point.
Yeah, that could get dark real quick.
Cable. Every team needs a tactical leader. Cable beats out Cyclops for that spot in Nate's book. Plus, he's a sharpshooter sniper for the team. Franklin Richards. He's OP as crap, basically in a nutshell, but he put some of his abilities, teleportation, pocket realities, psionic abilities. He's the team's escape plan secret weapon.
Yeah.
Hope Summers. She's like the rogue on steroids. That's an interesting way to put her. All right.
Yeah.
Gambit. Every team needs a little luck. Gambit's got that in spades. Let's not forget his real power, Charm. He's the team member you send in for intel. Oh, he's also got the whole kinetic energy manipulation thing as well.
I would... The only argument there is, I mean, if you want luck on your side, you got to get long shot. But it's fine.
Long shot's kind of lame.
Wow. Whoa, that just a slap in the face. Who else has a sweet mullet like him? Nobody.
And you're welcome.
Leather jacket, sweet mullet.
Sorry, not a fan.
Oh
Nope.
my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Now we need to redeem him. Jim Lee, come back. Redeem long shot, please.
All right. Ryan, do you want to take this? Just kind of go over your team and why you chose them?
Well, we mentioned our team. Oh, don't go anywhere. Come here.
Oh, we had a last minute entry.
We have a special guest who's about to come back.
Yeah, she thought she was getting away from this. I forgot we had a last minute entry.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my wonderful wife, Manuela. Yay!
Jeez.
So we threw in here because she has been working on this list for a while, and she had
just last night.
well, still you had to whittle down some of your list.
I did.
So okay, let's hear it. Your top 5.
My final 5.
Your final 5.
Okay. So I guess I kind of picked it like if I had to take these people with me on like a heist, or if we had to go rescue someone, or
Clyde, heist music. Sorry, that's a Despicable Me 3 reference right there, by the way, in case you guys didn't know.
That's proof you're a dad.
Nailed it.
So my final 5 were Rogue, Gambit, Mystique, Polaris, and Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
So we got, Speed, Mystique, obviously. She can change into anyone.
Absolutely. Sneak in there.
Sneak in there, look like an employee, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get into trouble, you got Rogue. She can steal anyone else's powers.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that getting too much out of hand.
That's true. That's true. Why'd you pick Gambit?
Oh, you think he's cute, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Whatever.
Raging Cajun.
Whatever.
You gotta have one hottie on the team.
I thought that's why Rogue was there.
Well, her team's got a bunch of beautiful people.
That's true.
It's kind of messed up. It's gonna be a good-looking movie, right? X-Men Heist.
All the hotness.
All the hotness.
X-Men Heist, the hotness.
There we go. Coming to Disney Plus, 2022.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Manuela, thank you for sharing your list.
See, that wasn't so bad,
I
was
know,
it?
right?
You did great.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, I shared my list last week, but mine was, no real main surprises in mine, but just my favorites. Nightcrawler, Beast, Colossus, Shadowcat, and Storm. So, I was joking around with John earlier about teams having flair. And he was like, oh, your team doesn't have any flair, but hello, I have 2 blue people, I have a silver person, and I'm picking the Storm that has a mohawk. So we got plenty of flair.
Fine.
That's right.
So we got Team Hotness and Team Flair.
That's right. Woo! What about yours? Tell the people. Tell the people.
All right. So I got Storm. Chose her because, you know, I like Storm and she's a good leader.
Yeah.
Gambit, because he's always been a favorite. I chose X-Man because we need a powerhouse.
That's
and,
true.
you know, he's the offspring of Jean and Cyclops. So he's going to bring that power.
That's
you also
right.
kind of have a powerhouse in Iceman, who I also chose.
That's right.
And then ending it up with Nightcrawler. I just think this would be a good team. Just kind of a little bit of mix of personalities and characters you wouldn't normally see together on a team.
Yep.
At least not in this combo.
It's
I
true.
think it'd just be fun to see in the pages too, just how they interact.
Oh, yeah. I think with all of our lists, and also with those who shared on social media, you could see some really cool like miniseries out of it. Whether that's like a heist, like you said, Manuela, or something like that. It'd be cool to kind of see some of these characters interact. Kind of interesting. Not a lot of Wolverine love, which...
Hey, he was on my list.
I know.
I just had to whittle it down to 5.
No. I was just saying that I think in a way there's a little bit of Wolverine fatigue. I think
He's overused.
he is very overused. He's always overused. So, you know, there's some really good storylines. Old Man Logan, I really, really like, and there's some really cool stuff with him, but he's used a ton.
Well,
And
that's because he's the most shirtless X-Men out of them all.
and the hairiest. And I have Beast on my team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow, this
But
is getting
he's-
really weird.
I'm just...
he's
Talking
a-
about shirtless people. I thought we were talking about
Woo!
X-Men. Okay.
Well, shirtless, hairy people.
Oh,
Get it right. We're not just
wow.
talking about shirtless people.
Welcome to
talking-
Intercode Podcast After Dark. Let's talk
I mean,
about that
it's
chest
Wolverine.
hair.
He is. I was surprised we got a Deadpool, too.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm okay with it. I think everybody has their own different takes, and I didn't see one list that was the same.
No, I don't think so either. So, it's, you know, shout out to Gail Simone for coming up with this on social media, because I think that was fun. That was a fun little exercise to think about. But guys, that is all the time we have for tonight. We will be back next week. We'll be talking, you know, some final thoughts about DC fandom. We talked tonight about our hopes and what we want it to be, and so we'll kind of give our thoughts about how it ended up. And again, we're trying to stay positive. Remember to pour one out for your boy, John, and let's, you know, have positive thoughts that he gets his G.I. Joe.
I need it.
He needs it.
I need it in the collection. I need some happiness right now.
Because everyone, I got mine, and it's pretty.
If he keeps running his mouth, I might steal his, and he'll never see it again.
Okay, we're not talking about it anymore. That wraps it up for today. Remember, you can be a part of the show if you go to our anchor.fm page and you leave us a voicemail. We'll go ahead and splice it into the episode so you can be a part of the show. As always, we appreciate any feedback, any comments, any suggestions on topics that you want us to talk about. We are on Twitter and we are on Facebook at EnterCodePod. Also on Instagram at EnterCodePodcast. And again, we're, you know, if you don't want to leave a voicemail, that's fine. Send us a message on Twitter, send us a message on Facebook, whatever you want to do. We want to hear from you, and we definitely want to hear some feedback. So have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool, because my word, I'm tired of this 100-degree weather.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be 104.
Oh,
Hot
great.
dog. Exactly what I want.
Yep, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying inside with the AC.
That's right. All right, thanks again, everyone. We will see you next week.
Later, guys.
Peace.